This man is on a date with a woman, when all of a sudden he feels a sharp pain in his heart. The man unbuttons his shirt, and his heart beats like crazy as if it is about to pop out of his chest. And then... soon the man is sent to the hospital, where Sam and Dean are examining the man's body. They see the big heart-shaped hole in the man's chest, which is the most romantic injury they've ever seen. The ring on the man's finger shows that he is married, and the woman he was dating in the park was actually his mistress. So Sam and Dean suspect that it was the man's wife who killed him, and this might be some kind of revenge voodoo. So the brothers go to the man's wife, where they question her about her husband's death. Just then, a woman walks up, and it turns out to be the same woman who was dating the victim. These two women actually know each other and are best friends. It turns out that the couple broke up a long time ago, because they both had an affair. Hearing such an explanation, the brothers are speechless. Apparently, the man's wife is not the murderer. Later, another weird case happened. This entrepreneur is about to commit suicide because he owes tons of money. But when he takes a step, his whole body floats in the air. He thinks it is God saving him, yet seconds later, he falls straight down. The brothers soon arrive at the scene. With the help of this witness, they learn that the victim was floating briefly in the air before falling. Dean notices these two cases are very weird, it's like that Bugs Bunny cartoon. Soon after, a third bizarre case happened. In a bank, a security guard was killed by an anvil that fell from nowhere when he tried to catch a thief. And the thief stole a lot of money and used the black hole on the wall to escape. They move the anvil, and sure enough, there is an X mark underneath. According to the rules in the Bugs Bunny cartoon, the anvil will land exactly where the X mark is, and if you draw a circle on the wall, you can go through the wall. But strangely, the hole doesn't work now. 3 people have been killed so far, but they haven't found any useful clues. But Sam has found something worth noting. According to the criminal records, multiple robberies occurred in the vicinity of all 3 cases. And all the people who were robbed were elderly people who live in the same retirement home. They suspect that the robberies are related to the 3 bizarre cases, so the brothers go to the retirement home to investigate. After getting the doctor's permission, they then began to ask the elderly questions. But almost all the old people here are suffering from Alzheimer's, they do not get much useful information. Just as they are leaving, Sam notices a picture on the wall, it's his father's old friend Fred, he lives here too. Fred has a reality warping ability, but now he is suffering from Alzheimer's and can no longer control his power. So he will often make the cartoon scenes he sees into reality. At the moment, Fred is sitting in a wheelchair, completely unresponsive. Just as the brothers are thinking about how to shut off Fred's powers, Dr. Mahoney appears and asks them to leave, saying that the patient needs to get some rest. So the brothers plan to secretly take Fred away in the middle of the night. At night, Fred is watching TV. He can change the channel with his finger, until he finds his favorite cartoon. At the moment, people in the retirement home are celebrating the birthday of an old lady, nobody is paying attention to Fred. But then the TV shows a scene of a bomb explosion. Then the birthday cake is turned into a bomb by Fred, the cake explodes, fortunately, no one gets hurt. Upon hearing the news the brothers arrive at the retirement home again, but they find that Fred is gone. The old lady happens to see them, she takes the opportunity to tell the brothers that the nurse took her diamond bracelet. Castile immediately grabs the nurse's hand and questions her. It turns out that the bracelet was given to her by her boyfriend. The brothers come to her boyfriend's house to investigate where they find the man has been shot. Castile heals him, then the man tells them everything. A few weeks ago he accidentally discovered Fred's ability, so he informed Dr. Mahoney. Since then Mahoney has been using Fred's ability to steal money from the elderly, and recently he even steals money from the bank. But last time, he killed a security guard and attracted the attention of the Hunter brothers. And now, Dr. Mahoney is taking Fred to steal from the bank again. After learning everything, the brothers immediately rush to the bank. Dean discovers the black hole in the wall, and he is going to climb in to arrest Dr. Mahoney. Sam and Castile find Fred near the bank, at the moment Fred is watching cartoons in a van. They try to wake Fred up, but to their surprise, Fred takes them directly into the cartoon world. It turns out that Fred has been lost in his spiritual world, and cartoons are the basic elements he uses to build his spiritual world. As for what is happening in the outside world, he has no idea. Sam explains the situation to him, Fred realizes that he has caused a big problem so he decides to go back to the real world. On the other side, Dean finds Dr. Mahoney who is stealing money from the vault, then the two get into a fight. Affected by Fred's power, the laws of physics inside the bank have been reshaped. There is no real gun here, Sam tries to shoot but the bullet turns into a flag. Their movements might be frozen at any moment, and the pan that hit Sam in the face is actually deformed. After understanding the rules of the game, Sam draws an X mark at Dr. Mahoney's feet. Dr. Mahoney tries to escape from the bank through the black hole but is bounced back. He realizes that Fred's power has stopped, so he tries to kill Sam with his gun. Just then, Sam walks in with Fred. Under Fred's manipulation, Dr. Mahoney turns the gun on himself. In the end, with Castiel's help, Fred's power is disabled. This is a brief summary of the TV series Supernatural, highly recommended. I'm Movie Ape, thanks for watching.